Good afternoon, everybody. Mark from Backcountry Acres, filming this on Tuesday, shortly after noon. We had an absolutely beautiful day yesterday, got up in the 70s, and as a reward for that, you can't see it very well, but let's see if I can get the contrast changed. As a reward for that, it's spitting snow. And they are calling for the worst of it to be up in the West Cliff area. Of course, that's what's kind of set in now. The edge of it just hit us. West Cliff is over in there in the mountains you can't see. So we've had heaters running this morning trying to get it warmed up. I spent the last couple days just really getting some odds and ends finished up. I've been tinkering with the in-floor hydronic heat system, got it all back flushed and cleaned out, and probably getting ready to order the next hot water heater that will get replaced that one. Since we do have flow, I haven't messed with the big loop again yet since we got it running, but it's warming up, so that's gonna go on the back burner for now. Did a little bit more work on the plumbing. Of course, everything through there was tested, pressure tested, good. I did go ahead and get the line run to the cold for the hot water heater. I'm waiting on a valve that I ordered, should be here the next couple days, so I can turn that off and on. It's not fancy, but since this is a utility closet, I put a little, just drop down with a valve to fill the mop bucket, because one thing I did figure out, well, these floors are amazing to clean, and sawdust just makes them shinier. Concrete dust, though it's not concrete, the hardy board backers, when I cut those down to size, of course, threw a bunch of dust in the area. So once I get my plumbing set up and I get a little bit of water out here that I can run for the mop bucket, get these floors cleaned, because I really don't want to have the dogs out here in this. So my goal today, as you can see, I got everything cut for the backer board and my T to start framing or start building the molds for the concrete countertop. We're gonna pour in place. Everything I'd seen before was you build the mold, you pour it, and then you flip it over. I'm gonna try a pour in place, because that way everything's bonded. I should be able to get it smooth. It's not that big of an area. We've got one 10-foot section there. The cutout is where the sink will go. And then a 5-foot section over there. So essentially, I'm going to have to, sorry about that, build a lip that comes out under here to hold the edge. Let's see if I can find a way to show you. Build a lip that will come out here to the edge. Probably have to support it by a couple 2x4s just underneath, but I can screw it right to the hardy board. Then once for the back, I'm gonna have to cut out individual pieces between the 2x4s, and then everything will top off at the 2-inch level. So I've got my guides all the way around. I do have to get a bigger trowel and some cement tools before the pour, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go up around Denver to get the concrete material that they recommend for countertops. So I'm waiting on the electrical inspector right now. As I showed you, we got everything run from the outside back to the box. I've also added a few runs. So as soon as we have power, I'll have some regular outlets in the building. So we got, I went ahead and ran for the refrigerator straight line. I ran that block which is a straight line, going to be a straight line straight back to the electrical panel. Each one of the boxes on the kitchen will be a straight line, because that way if we ever have slow cookers or anything plugged in, it's on its own circuit. Also went ahead and ran the plug for the deep freeze. So once we have power, should have plumbing done here pretty quick. And we should have our utilities out here, which will be nice, and then we'll build from there. So today, the goal is to get the forms made for the concrete countertops. It's a little cooler today. I've had to run the heat out here quite a bit. Of course, I've turned it off now just so you can hear me without the blazing jet engine in the background. I've got my camera set up over there. Gonna do a time lapse. I do believe I've got all my materials ready. This melanin board will be the form material. So I've got to cut off some strips to go along the edges and break that board all down, and then go through and silicone corners and some areas to make sure the concrete material, when it's wet, doesn't fall out onto the floor. So that is the plan for today. I've gotten a little bit wordy. So I will do another wrap-up video after I get done, and in the middle here you'll see a time lapse of what I got done today. So I hope you're doing well today. We're a little chilly out here, but it's supposed to be back up in the 70s and 80s by the end of the week. So I think this is our one cold day, and then we'll be right back at good temperatures. So here we go, everybody. Well, we got that much done. So, as you can see behind me, and I'll flip it around here, I just want to stop now. It's about 5:45. Obviously, it's still sunny out, but I think the sun's going to get away from me, and after that, the light in here is just terrible. I'll go ahead and get that other one finished up tonight, as well as siliconing the edges on there so we don't have any concrete leakage when we get to pouring. So I'll flip you around so you can get a better look. All right, so this is melanin, I think is the right word, board. It's got a plastic layer. I really only needed one side, but this is all that was available. So just for an idea, that board will not be there. All of this will get stripped off. I think that is probably going to be enough to hold. It's not a huge overhang, and I ran the cement board out probably 1.5 inches, so all that will get hidden. It'll never be seen once the forms come off. I'm a little bit over on that one, but that's no big deal. I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother taking those off at all. It really is inconsequential and they'll get buried. But we have a base for some concrete countertops. So that's going to be it for the video today. Probably not going to be another one until Thursday or Friday. So by then this will be done. Hopefully we've got an update on electrical. We're well after business hours today. We've called for an electrical inspection to get that all checked from where it goes over to the electrical panel. I talked to the electrician today, and he said they've got 3 days to come out and look at it. So as long as I called him on Monday, I guess it'd be Thursday. I was thinking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's probably called on Monday. The business days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So hopefully we've got that inspected by Thursday and some power out here. I don't know, it won't be power out here yet, but as soon as that gets done, I'll get a hold of Black Hills and they'll come trench it in and hook me up. So that's where we sit today. I hope you're all doing well. We are out here. It's supposed to be in the 80s by the weekend, and it's cleared up quite a bit. We had a little bit of snow falling down. You can kind of make out the mountain ridge in the background there now, but that washes my face out. Not that y'all really need to see that. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you are all doing well. Stay safe, everybody. Take care.